I think it's time to talk about Rodrygo, the guy who saved Real Madrid in the Champions League last season, but who is silently struggling and suffering at Madrid. He's yet to receive the accolades he deserves. Sometimes I wonder what kind of player he could have become if he never joined Real Madrid. Before we jump into this video, please, I'm begging you, subscribe to my channel and drop a like on this video. Real Madrid, a club that builds legends from Ronaldo to Zidane, and now the young talents like Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham. But with those rising talents, there's one player silently struggling, and his name is Rodrygo. Despite his immense talent and contributions, Rodrygo hasn't received the recognition he deserves. He wasn't even shortlisted for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. So what is really going on with Rodrygo at Real Madrid? Rodrygo's burst onto the scene in 2019 after a 45 million transfer from Santos. He was one of the hottest prospects in football. His Champions League debut was unforgettable, scoring a perfect hat-trick against Galatasaray at just 18 years old. He became the second youngest player to score a hat-trick in Champions League, showing his incredible potential. But fast forward to 2024 and that spark seems to be fading. At 23, Rodrygo has made 162 appearances for Real Madrid, scoring 31 goals in La Liga, but despite moments of brilliance, like his late goals in crucial Champions League ties against Chelsea and Man City, he's struggling to cement himself as a key figure. Rodrygo's struggle isn't just about his form, it's about the role he's being forced into. With the rise of Vinicius Jr., who now occupies the left wing, Rodrygo has been shifted into the right, an area where he's uncomfortable. His natural position is on the left, where he can cut inside and create opportunities, but that's Vinicius' territory. In the 2023/24 season, Rodrygo scored 10 goals in La Liga and contributed 5 in Champions League, helping Real Madrid to win both the Champions League and the La Liga titles. Yet, these numbers weren't enough to bring him the recognition many felt he deserved. Rodrygo being versatile is both a blessing and a curse. While he can play multiple positions, it's made him more of a wild card than a consistent focal point for Real Madrid's attack. Despite playing a key role in Real Madrid's success last season, Rodrygo was shockingly omitted from the Ballon d'Or shortlist. Players like Haaland, Mbappe, Rodri were included. Even his coach Carlo Ancelotti expressed his disappointment. He said that he deserved to be there, especially after his performances in the Champions League. Rodrygo has scored 20 goals in 53 Champions League appearances, and his decisive performances, especially in knockout stages, are what makes his exclusion puzzling. In the 2024 Champions League semi-final against Man City, Rodrygo scored in the first leg and in the second leg, putting them in a position for them to win on penalties, and it just keeps on saving Real Madrid, but for some reason, no Ballon d'Or recognition. Rodrygo's struggle isn't just about his form. One of the biggest reasons for Rodrygo's struggles is simply sharing the spotlight with Vinicius Jr. Vinicius has emerged as the poster for Real Madrid's future, and he deserves it. He scored 23 goals last season and provided key assists, making him the star of the show. But this has pushed Rodrygo into a secondary role, often playing out of position. He hasn't been able to showcase his full potential. While Vinicius gets to thrive on the left, Rodrygo is forced to adapt, playing out wide or even centrally as a striker, which he has openly admitted is not his preferred position. Rodrygo's journey at Real Madrid isn't over, but it's clear that he's at his crossroads. He's still young, he's just 23 years old, but he needs to step out of Vinicius' shadow. To do that, he needs a role that suits his skills, and Rodrygo's dribbling, finishing and decision making make him a very dangerous player. But without consistent confidence, it's hard for him to shine, and it's hard for people to rate him highly. With his contract recently extended until 2028, Rodrygo has time to prove himself, but needs to claim that he's fearless and he can do this. Rodrygo, who took on defenders without hesitation, the Rodrygo who scored crucial goals in Champions League matches. Rodrygo's journey at Real Madrid is far from over. He has already achieved so much: La Liga titles, Copa del Rey and 2 Champions League triumphs. But to reach the heights expected of him, he needs to step into the spotlight, not just as a supporting act to Vinicius, but as a star of his own right. The question is, will Rodrygo shine to the challenge? Only time will tell. You guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. If you have any suggestion, drop it and I'll get to you.